guys, happy Easter. I'm so excited. Spring is here, the sun is coming out, the trees and flowers are starting to grow, and before you know it, it's going to be Easter. I love celebrating Easter. All right, before we get started with all of our fun Easter books and songs and activities, let's work on our colors and shapes. All right, what shape is this? It's a star, a diamond or a rhombus, a triangle, we have a circle, there's a heart, an oval. Look at that. Does that look like an Easter egg to you? Kind of looks like an Easter egg to me. A rectangle with 2 short sides and 2 long sides, and a square where all the sides are the same. Can you see the difference in these? The square has all 4 sides are exactly the same, and the rectangle has 2 that are long and 2 that are short. That's how you can tell the difference between a rectangle and a square. All right, you ready for some colors? I wonder if you guys have seen any flowers that are all these colors yet. Have you seen any yellow flowers? Or blue? I saw a pretty blue flower at the store the other day. I don't think I've seen any black flowers. Oh, are there pink flowers that are pink like the flamingo? Oh, look, there's that brown monkey tail again. And green, there's lots of green in our earth right now, isn't there, with all the trees growing and the grass? That color is purple. Good job. An orange tiger. And there's our little red bird. And a white dog. And there is our gray. I don't think I've ever seen a gray flower. Have you ever seen one? If you find one, you'll have to take a picture and send it to me. I would like to see that. All right, since it's Easter, I think we should do the Easter bunny pokey. You want to do that with me? You need to get your Easter bunny ears. Ready? Ears in, put your bunny ears out, you put your bunny ears in, and you shake them all about. You do the hokey pokey, and you hop yourself around. That's what it's all about.
You put your bunny paws in,
put your bunny paws out, put your bunny paws in, and you shake them all about. You do the bunny pokey, and you turn yourself around.
And that's what it's all about. You put your bunny nose in,
put your bunny nose out,
you put
your bunny nose in, and you shake it all about.
You do
The bunny pokey,
and you hop
yourself around. That's what it's all about.
You put your bunny tail in, you
Put your bunny tail out, you put your bunny tail in, and you shake it all about. You do the bunny pokey,
and you hop yourself around.
that's what it's all about.
You put your bunny whiskers in,
Oh, put your bunny whiskers in,
out.
put your bunny whiskers in, and you shake them all about. You do the bunny pokey,
and you
hop yourself around. That's what it's all about.
You put your bunny body in,
Put your whole body,
bunny body out. You
put your bunny body in, and you shake it all about. You do the bunny pokey, and you hop yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's all about. Good job. That was really fun and silly. Are you ready for Wheels on the Bus?
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The people on the bus go up and down, up and down, up and down. The people on the bus go up and down, all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The signals on the bus go blink, 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 blink. The signals on the bus go blink, 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 all through the town. The motor on the bus goes zoom, 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 zoom. The motor on the bus goes zoom, 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 all through the town. The babies on the bus go wah, 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 wah. The babies on the bus go wah, 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 all through the town. The parents on the bus go shh, 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 shh. The parents on the bus go shh, 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 all through the town. The mommy on the bus says, I love you, I love you, I love you. The daddy on the bus says, I love you too, all through the town. All through the town. All through the town.
All right, good job, guys.
Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you wanna take the trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you wanna take the trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! All right, nice job. Since it's springtime, I thought it would be nice to read a color book about all different kinds of birds. This is migrating birds. The seasons are changing, just like the leaves on the trees. Lots of birds are in flight. Which ones do you see? Many birds migrate. That's a big word. Can you say migrate? Which means they fly to new places when the season changes. Who's that bird at the feeder? This one's a cinch. Short little whistle. That's a purple finch. There's a bird in the weeds. Do you see it bug hunting? Such beautiful blue feathers. That's an indigo bunting. They like to eat all the weeds in the fields. All right, do you see that quick flash? A bright shiny green? That's a ruby-throated hummingbird, the fastest wings ever seen. The hummingbird's wings move so fast that they make a soft buzzing sound. Look up in the tree. What can you find? There's a yellow-rumped warbler with a yellow behind. In fact, you can attract yellow-rumped warblers with sunflower seeds, raisins, and peanut butter. Oh, a Baltimore oriole over there in the woods. Bright orange tummy with a black hood. You can put out jelly or ripe oranges to attract Baltimore orioles, but they won't eat light, colored fruit like green grapes. They only want things that are orange. Who's that way up in the leaves, eating bugs like a king? It's a scarlet tanager, red belly with dark wings. They eat bugs all summer long. Do you see that black-throated blue warbler? It sings up in the trees. So listen closely. Its 3 buzzy notes go zoo, zoo, zee. Fact, a black-throated blue warbler snaps up insects from the bottoms of leaves. Who's that bird on the ground? Can you hear it meow like a cat? That's a gray catbird, dark gray body with a black cap. Do you see that flash of color, quick as a dart, black and orange markings? That's an American redstart. They fan their tails to stir up insects to chase. Birds are so interesting, so they can come in so many different shapes and colors, but some things they have in common. They all have 2 wings, and they all have feathers, and they all have a beak. So you'll have to look and see what kind of birds you can find at your house. All right, Bobby Knows Best by Catherine Sully and Frank Endersby. Bobby's friend Scoot came rushing to the burrow to find him. I saw a fox, said Scoot, a real live fox. Bobby had never seen a fox. Wow, said Bobby, what was it like? It was scary. Bobby thought Scoot was boasting. When Scoot had gone home, Bobby went to find his mother. Mom, he asked, have you ever seen a fox? Oh, dear me, yes, said his mother, and I never want to see those big sharp teeth again, she added. Bobby shivered. Stay away from foxes, Bobby, she sighed, if you know what's good for you. Bobby went to find his dad. Dad, have you ever seen a fox? Yes, son, said his father. A fox's big ears can hear you before you can see him. Stay away from foxes, Bobby, he warned, if you know what's good for you. Bobby shivered. Bobby asked his grandma, Grandma, have you ever seen a fox? A fox? Asked his grandmother, who was a little deaf. I've seen a fox all right, and I've seen his big, sharp claws. Bobby shivered. Stay away from foxes, Bobby, she advised, if you know what's best for you. Bobby went to find his grandpa. Have you ever seen a fox, Grandpa? He asked. Oh, yes, if you see a fox, said Grandpa, this is what you do. Stay very still. Find the nearest rabbit hole. Then thump your foot to warn the others and run for it. Don't run in a straight line. Go in a zigzag. That'll slow down old Mr. Fox all right. Bobby shivered. That night, Bobby was lying in bed. Everyone had a story about a fox except Bobby. I've got big ears too, he thought, and big claws and teeth. I'm not scared of a fox. So Bobby crept out of the burrow into the moonlight and set off on a fox hunt. The next morning, Bobby's mom called him for breakfast. She looked all around the burrow, but he wasn't there. Word soon went around. No one had seen Bobby. Finally, Scoot had a suggestion. I've got a funny feeling, said Scoot quietly, that he might have gone looking for a fox. A search party was organized. Scoot was right. Bobby sat in a corner of the meadow, his ears wiggling and his nose twitching, because in the other corner of the meadow, there was a fox. Now Bobby could see for himself. The fox's ears were pointier than Bobby's. The fox's teeth were sharper than Bobby's. The fox's claws were longer than Bobby's. Now Bobby was scared. Mom had warned him to stay away from the foxes, and so had Dad and Grandma. Why, oh why, did he think he knew best? Just then, out of the corner of his eye, Bobby saw a familiar pair of ears. Scoots came to find me, thought Bobby, and now he's in danger. Bobby fixed his eyes on the fox and sat very still. The fox sniffed the air. More ears appeared above the grass. The rabbit search party spread themselves out across the meadow. The fox was confused, but Bobby knew what he had to do. He remembered what his grandpa had told him. So Bobby spotted the nearest hole. He thumped his foot. At the signal, all the rabbits set off, running in every direction towards holes hidden around the meadow. Bobby ran for his life, zigzagging to give the others time to get away. The fox chased this way and that way, but he wasn't quick enough. Bobby dashed down the nearest hole. Back at the burrow, Bobby waited for his mom and dad to tell him off, but they were just happy that everyone was safe. And Grandpa even said, "Well done, you slowed down Mr. Fox all right." Later, Scoot came over. "You were really brave," said Scoot. "What a great fox story to tell the others." "Yes," agreed Bobby, "but I think I'll stay away from foxes from now on." It was scary. The end. That silly Bobby, he didn't listen to his mom and dad. He had to go see for himself. All right, let's read all about an Easter parade. This is written by Lily Carr and illustrated by Kristen Richards. The Easter parade. Easter bunnies lead the way. He marches to and fro, tossing treats and colored eggs. He puts on quite a show. The all-squirrel band blasts aloud, a bouncy springtime tune. Cymbals crash, horns toot and blare. Boom goes the loud bassoon. Bunnies hop and dance in lines with cheerleading raccoons as little ducks float on, holding giant balloons. The sheep wave from special floats so colorful and bright, filled with flowers and ribbons. They're such a pretty sight. Then a flock of well-dressed ducks whistles and waddles through. Tapping feet and shaking tails, they quack a song or two. What a talented crew, all dressed bright. High kicks, backflips, somersaults, goats a-twirling, and pigs a-whirling. Tall flags wave in the blue sky, flipping, flapping with the beat from a troop of tiny mice, tip-tapping on the street. Now the crowd would like a turn to march in the parade, presenting their Easter hats, brand new and some homemade. Last comes an Easter party, so happy and so dandy, with chocolate, eggs, jelly beans, and baskets of candy. Now the Easter bunny leaves to perform his magic stunt for all the waking boys and girls. Here comes the Easter egg hunt. Happy Easter! That is such a fun story. Are you guys excited for Easter? I always try to figure out what to do with all the leftover Easter eggs. So one of the activities that we made that I wanted to show you guys was we took different eggs and we made matching sets. So I put 2 dice in an egg, and I put change in an egg, and I took 2 eggs and put beans in them, and 2 eggs and put jingle bells in them. We made a hearing activity so the kids can shake them and see if they can find the one that matches the same. So when I made the set for class, I also matched the colors just to make it simpler for some of the younger kids. But if you wanted to make it harder, you could not match the colors, and then they would really have to use their listening ears to see if they could match all the sounds. And we have some fun printables that we made. If you want to message us on Facebook, we can email them to you. This is a roll-a-bunny game. So you take a die and you roll it, and then you take a pom-pom or a bingo dauber or a bean or some kind of marker and cover up whatever number that you roll. So if you want to make it a harder game, you can do 1 number at a time. So if you roll a 6, then you cover up 1 6. But if the kids are younger or they don't have as much of a attention span, then you can roll it, and if you roll a 6, you can cover up every 6, and that makes the game go a little quicker. So it's just another great opportunity for them to get some more counting in. And then we have a color matching game. So you can do this one of a couple of ways. So you can get pom-poms that are the same colors as the bunnies, and you can have them put the matching bunny tail on. Or you could make 2 copies and turn it into a matching game where they had to match the purple bunny with the purple bunny. Or you could even make it a memory game where you cut them out and turned them upside down and then had to try to flip over the same color bunny. So there's a couple of different ways we can do that. And I just printed these off from online. So you could probably find some, but like I said, we can email you a copy of these things if you need. And then we have, of course, we all need to do some fun artwork. So what we did was we got a template of a bunny and we cut it out and just on cardstock. And then I used a little bit of tape and stuck it to the orange paper or the yellow paper. And then we took marshmallows and we dipped one of the big fat roasted marshmallows into paint and let them paint it and dab it. And I made sure that they got all the way around the stencil. And then when you pull it off, you have two separate art projects. So you can give one to mom and one to dad, or you can send one to grandma and one to a friend. So that's always fun. It's a good way. You can even make a card out of it and tell somebody Happy Easter. All right. Before we go, I want to sing our goodbye song. I'm so excited that you guys let me come in and read some Easter books and talk a little bit about how much fun Easter is. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. All right, do you have your twinklers ready? Ready? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, what a wonderful child you are. With big bright eyes and nice round cheeks, talented person from head to feet. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, what a wonderful child you are. Happy Easter!